Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna play Halloween Scrooge. Let's begin. So this, what's funny is I actually downloaded this right before they did the update, so I had to update it again. But it's from the Spooktober 2021 jam. So let's begin. What do you want to be called? 12 character limit. If you leave it blank, you'll be simply known as Scrooge. Press enter to proceed. You need Scrooge McDuck? Digitwave. Great name, Digitwave. Thank you. Pretty sure this is me. October 30th. It's almost evening by the time the movers finish getting everything off the truck into my new home. Sure, I got no family or friends here, but it's a fresh start and a new job. All that matters is that after an exhausting instead of afternoon, an expensive moving bill. I'm here in Ravenville, ready to start my new life. I mean, I can understand not having Halloween decorations when you just move in. It is expecting not too much to think I might even find someone special in the city. Maybe I should set my expectations low for now. I start in the driveway as the truck pulls away and takes in the sight of my new neighborhood. Well, there's still sunlight. The street's almost completely silent. The only sounds that could be heard are the occasional call of the solitary raven and the rustling of the wind in the treetops. The leaves have already changed colors, their autumn reds and golds blending into the sunset sky. I've been here to view the house, of course, but that was months ago, and I hadn't realized at the time how passionate my soon-to-be neighbors are about the holidays, or Halloween at least. Most of my neighbors don't even decorate. We don't even have kids that much kids, and when we do have kids, they just go to. You normally don't do trick-or-treating anymore. Jack-o'-lanterns, witch statues, fake cobwebs adored almost every lawn and rooftop. The neighbors next door have a massive plastic skeleton towering over their house, one arm raised as if to wave hello. I do have a coworker that goes out for Halloween. Technically two. It makes my house look pretty plain in comparison, but I'm not really feel like getting into the spirit at all. I mean, I just moved in. It doesn't matter. Standing here, looking at those elaborate displays of accession towards the holiday, I'm beginning to realize that Halloween isn't for someone like me. He's like, I'll just watch some scary movies. There you go. It's for my friends, posting their couple costumes and children's costumes as they experience the holiday for the first time. Why do the rest of us need to play along? A cold breeze chills me. I snap out my spiraling self-pity. Right. I got my own place and a new job lined up. What am I even complaining about? I head inside, pausing for a second in the driveway. The lingering doubt is nagging at me. Maybe I should still make a trip to the store and get candy and decorations for tomorrow. Or at the very least, it would make a good impression on my neighbors. Just to have the candy. Be good. Nah, screw peer pressure. I'm just gonna skip Halloween this year. Lights off, no decorations, no candy. I only just moved in anyway. Give me a break. Later that night, It's harder than I expect to fall asleep in a new place. I toss and turn uncomfortably on the couch, trying to ignore the dark and unfamiliar shadows around me. Yeah, I can't really sleep in a new bed. You have to get used to it. Finally, I managed to drift into an uneasy slumber. Knock, knock, knock. I went to wake up with a start at the sound of a knock at the door. I glanced at my phone. Tell me it's just past midnight. What could be so important at this hour? Well, it is devil night. The devil's night. Might just be some troublesome kids trying to prank their new neighbor. I won't be surprised if they're already at my house too. Knock, 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 knock. It's 12 o'clock in the morning. Let me go back to sleep. The knocking grows a little more impatient, ruling out any chances of this just being kids playing Ding Dong Ditch. What do I look like, a horror movie protagonist? I'm not opening that door. Go and check who it is. This is a horror movie, right? Right? Let's go check. I should probably check who it is. It might be an emergency. I get up from the couch and make my way to the door quietly, leaning in to look for the people and usually clad figures standing on my porch, waiting for me to answer the door. I don't know why he's here, but I don't really feel comfortable speaking to some strange man past midnight, and well, he doesn't look like he's desperate for help. I'm sure he can go to the next house. I turn away from the door silently so he won't hear my footsteps. To my shock, the man materializes in front of me, seemingly out of thin air, the frown in his handsome face giving away his displeasure. Sir, it's 12 o'clock in the morning. Normal humans go to sleep. Strangely, it isn't fear that paralyzes me, but more like shock. All my senses are firing at once. All I can do is stare at him. When he appeared, it seemed as if the temperature dropped a few degrees in the room, and yet he radiates a strange warmth. Ghost. Maybe it's a scent of pumpkin and cinnamon that accompanies him, or maybe I'm exhausted. My exhaustion is making me who is right. What? How long are you going to keep me laying out there? Sir, it's 12 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to bed. Forever. I don't remember inviting you in. How did you get in my house? Who are you? Pulls out the salt. What does it look like? I'm Jack, the ghost of Halloween history. The what? I'm familiar with A Christmas Carol, that holiday fable. Well, story. It's not a fable. It's a novel. That holiday fable where the stingy old man is visited by three ghosts on Christmas Eve. But I'm neither an old man, nor is it Christmas, and I suppose this isn't the time to get pandemic, is it? None of that answers the question of how he appeared in front of me. Never mind that. How did you get in here? Did you hear me? I said I'm a ghost. Did you need a second-hand discrimination? Or something? Yeah, oh, you said you're a ghost. Full salt, I am. Lovely. I got angry ghosts in my living room. Now. My supernatural instincts are telling me salt. I instinctively look at my cell phone out of the corner of my eye and spot it lodged between the couch and cushions. Are you getting mad at me? Why are you getting mad at me? You're the one who barged in here in the middle of the night. Do you know how scary it is for some random dude to poof into my house at midnight claiming to be a ghost? Jack sighs and And sadly, slowly admits my point, I think. You're right, I apologize, Digitwave. I didn't mean to get angry at you. It's just a lengthy night for me. How does he know my name? Is he a stalker or something? Oh, we have a yandere? We don't, but... Great, now how can you... Can you please leave? I'm going to call the cops. He frowns deep and he stares at me like I'm some misbehaving child who's getting on his nerves. You don't believe me, do you? It's only logical. My grogginess had me imagining the things that I saw him fade in here. There's no way him listening was real. Listen, I don't believe in ghosts. I don't know what you want, but you can't just come inside someone's house if they don't answer the door. I mentally assess my exit routes in case I need to escape. Then look again carefully. Sure enough, he vanishes, becoming gradually translucent before disappearing entirely, then reappears about 10 seconds later. Do you believe me now? He smiles, and then it's more reassuring that the angry skull he wore so far, still, he's a trigger, even if he's a handsome one. I mean, I guess I have no choice, but I just moved here. Are you sure you don't have the wrong person? I'm here for you, Digitwave, because you started to dislike Halloween. You're just planning to turn off your lights and skip this year, weren't you? Yeah, because I just moved in. That's all? What do you mean, that's all? I mean, I'm sure there's 1,000 people filling this franchise with Halloween each year. I've never heard of anyone getting a personal visit from a ghost because of it. Jack sighs. Look, I don't get to choose who I visit. The list of names are given to me. You may be visited by 3 ghosts tonight, myself and 2 others. So, we could just watch a horror movie. I have Scream. I have some Nightmare Before Christmas. That's on a slasher movie. That's just a classic. So you want to sit there and watch Halloween movies with me? I guess that explains why you already seem to know who I am. What's with the paper clown? Anyway, well, it is taped together. Let's get on with it then. I guess that explains why you already seem to know who I am. I'm giving a lot of information about you, yes. So you know that I'm also single? Excuse me. So this isn't a dating game. What? You're watching though. Aw, too bad. This ain't romance. What's with the paper crown anyway? As I said, I'm the spirit of Halloween history. My role is to protect the memories of the children make of Halloween. Children call me the pumpkin king, king of pumpkins. The crown because of became a symbol. I mean, Jack Skeleton. You're not Jack Skeleton. Anyway, I didn't really make memories as a kid. I got sick every year. What does that have to do with me? I'm not a child. You ask for far too many questions. Okay, let's get on with it then. Good, let's get going. We don't have all night. Wait, but I'm in my pajamas. Anyway, it's technically morning already. Relax, you'll be in spirit form. No one will see you anyway. Before I have a chance to protest, my surroundings fade into black. The next thing I know, we're standing in the middle of a classroom full of noisy children, no more than 4 or 5. Most of them are seated in tiny chairs, around tables covered in juice box and snacks laid on paper plates. I remember, was it younger? Like, it wasn't 4, it wasn't 5, it was part 3 or 4. I remember kicking a display because I got scared of Frankenstein. This monster. Yeah, I definitely would have been able to handle Halloween back then. Or Scream. The assortment of chips, gummies, and Halloween-themed candy they were eating makes my nostalgia for those little school parties hold to celebrate upcoming holidays. My mom actually made my Halloween costumes. Then I feel out of place and self-conscious, but the kids don't seem to notice us. Jack did say we're invisible. I just trust him. Recognize this place? No. Am I supposed to? You don't remember your kindergarten class? I guess you're too old. You're older than you look. I remember being transferred out of classes. I remember mostly the Oregon one, and then transferred back to Arizona. Born and raised in Arizona, 2 years in Oregon. I ignore his lighthearted teasing and glance around the small room of costume children. Almost all the kids are dressed up in usual assortment of popular costumes: princesses, cowboys, pirates. Where's the pirate? I see a scarecrow, an astronaut, one princess, a cowboy. This guy kind of looks like a monk, and this girl looks like a witch. I just have to joke. I don't know what he looks like. And he's in costume. My gaze wanders to the children playing near the cabinet, and I spot a more usual get-up that really makes me smile. Now that you mention it, that's my kid self over there. Besides the story corner Essel. I'm the one in the ketchup costume. I'm the one dressed up like a drink cup. I can't see. I really can't see. I'm gonna be saying that I'm in the ketchup costume. Actually, no. Drink cup become more ketchup. I mean, tomatoes. Let's see the ketchup costume. I want to dress up a ketchup costume. Okay, that's smaller. Jack moves aside, looking at the direction I point finger to a pair of kids in the back of the classroom. One dressed head to toe like a bright red ketchup bottle costume. They look more like a crayon. Yeah, that was me, alright. I know it's even without seeing my face. It's a wonder I could see through those costume eye holes. I wonder how I eat. That's your costume? It's adorable. I really like the ketchup. I really liked the ketchup, right? I really liked ketchup, alright. Allergic. It gives you a small smile in response to that, and I'm embarrassed for some reason. Sure, a lot of kids do, but usually they want to dress up as vampires or princesses or superheroes, not their favorite continent. It's always nice to see a kid stand out. It's cute. Sir, I'm the one dressing up as the superhero. Though mine is Tim Drake this year, so it's like we should just do it. You're cute. You're actually pretty friendly. Maybe I misjudged you. You're cute. We're totally doing this. What? Are you making fun of me? No way, I'm serious, you're cute. I meant it. Sorry if I'm making you uncomfortable, though. No, mean, you're not. I'm just not used to... Never mind. Let's move on. He clears his throat awkwardly, avoiding my gaze as he composes himself. Cute. He quickly changes the topic before I can ask anything else. Do you ever miss this? I mean, the Halloween pizza parties, the school costume parades. Do you even wish you could go back and relive Halloween as a kid? Yes. But I was also sick all the time. I never really thought about it. I loved Halloween as a kid, though I used to drag my parents trick-or-treating across 3 neighborhoods every year until I could go out by myself. Only 1 neighborhood. One neighborhood that counts as 2 streets, though. Most years, it was cold by the end of October, but I had to wear a coat over my costume anyway. Wait, no, it's never cold. Arizona. But somehow, that disappointment never overshadowed the fun and excitement of it all. Even now, the nostalgia of this decorated classroom fills me with so much warmth. I move aside to avoid passing children, even though I'm guessing they would pass right through me if we collide. I don't really want to test what would happen. So, do kids still have those parties at school these days? Pretty sure. Probably don't have races. For obvious reasons. Nut allergies. Not much has changed. More costumes based on video games and memes these days, but everything else is the same. That's reassuring. You said your job was to make sure children's memories of Halloween stay joyful. So were you listening when I was talking earlier? Of course, I was. I could listen to you all day. or doing this. I saw a ding again. We're gonna still go with this. What you? Moving on. You're pretty close to getting it right. People tend to selectively remember good times, even without my interference. You heard of the rose-colored glasses, of course. And sure, though, there are a lot of crappy things that could happen as a kid on Halloween. Getting sick. Maybe you catch a cold, and you can't go out for 1 year. Or it rains or snows. Maybe you only get candy, hay, or apples, and healthy snacks. Try getting a cold. Try getting strep throat. Try getting the stomach flu and the flu. Different times. Yeah, I got sick almost every year. I've definitely had my fair share of those years. Dentists and teachers are the worst offenders for healthy treats. For sure, teachers will give you candy. All those things are earth-shattering tragedies as a kid, so you expect them to overshadow your happy moments and leave a bad impression of Halloween overall, right? Putting it like that, kids really have it easy. Put simply, good memories have a lot of power. You remember how heavy your bag felt when you hauled it home, stuffed with candy, how excited it was to have a mountain of treats to sort through. You remember the thrill of trick-or-treating without your parents for the first time, the freedom of standing out with your friends until curfew or on Halloween night. So while I suppress the bad memories, I also make sure you don't lose the ones that made your childhood Halloween nights fun. And by the time I was old enough to go out on my own, my mom didn't want me out because of school nights. I mulled over the expiration for a moment, trying to think of an answer more genuine and respectful than cool. If this is all some rabbit dream, their constant logic, at least. I'm literally in my childhood classroom right now, in my pajamas, with a handsome ghost beside me. It's not a dream. Didn't the supernatural world exist? As I think about pitching myself to check, one of the drawings pinned on the board catches my eye, and I gasp in delight. Jack raises a questioning eyebrow at me, and I already crossed the small classroom and gesturing proudly to the piece in question. I look at this. I'm sure this is the... Look at this. I'm sure this one's mine. Jack. Jack leans in beside me to examine the drawing I pointed to amongst all the other things on the wall. They're all paintings of Jack poking Jack. I guess it was a class assignment. And look, it's a spitting image. Well, aren't you a little artist? It's nowhere near as handsome as the real thing, though. I totally just going for him. I guess we'll have to. I seem to have caught him off guard with the comment. So, self-aware of how close we are, he moves away a little. Anyway, it might not be that well known, but my name isn't spelled with a C. It's just J-A-K. Like Jack and Dexter? I couldn't help but laugh at his obvious attempt to change the subject. He doesn't seem to hate being flirted with, though. I'll keep that in mind for my future fan art, thanks. Wait, what do you mean future fan art? At that moment, a small voice pipes in beside us. Hey, mister? We both look down to see a small girl in a pirate costume, gazing up at Jack with big bright eyes. She's grinning from ear to ear. I shoot at Jack a panicked, questioning glare, only to get a silent shrug in response. You're kidding, right? This girl can see us. Maybe she can only see him. I like your costume, and you're the Pumpkin King? Are you the Pumpkin King? I am. Is it really a nice... That's a really nice pirate costume you're wearing. I'm not a pirate. I'm a pirate captain. Me. I'm Monkey D. Luffy. I've done that. I did Monkey D. Luffy. I shift a snort laugh at the image of a tiny child sculling an otherworldly spirit. She notices me for the first time, her bright eyes analyzing me pensively. Why are you in your pajamas? Are you dressed up as someone going to sleep? My jaws practically drop, and I glance at Jack, who smirks brightly at me in response. All bets are off. Before she could further wound my dignity, the girl was promptly called away by her friends who don't seem to notice her talking to two strange adults in the classroom. I sense a slight belief in Jack at this turn of events. Without another word, he waves one glove and in a half-circle gesture, transporting us away. The children in the classroom disappear, and we're back in my living room. She could see us. I thought you said no one could see us in spirit form. What was that? Occasionally, there are some kids out there who with supernatural sight. Of course. They have what? Was there a kid like that in your kindergarten class back then? I don't remember anyone weird. Doesn't mean they're weird. It's nothing that special. It's more common than you think. You know, the kids who have the imaginary friends that sound a little too real, that's just probably, they just probably see spirits and ghosts. Oh, well, that's terrifying. I guess I'd never want to think about it again. I'm usually warned about these cases in advance, but it looks like my paperwork was incomplete this time. I'm going to rate my experience 2 out of 5. Who is your manager. I'm filing a complaint. Easy, Karen. I'm not sure you want to meet my manager. Of course I want to meet your manager. Why on your manager too? I was amused that he went along with the joke, but you got Karens in the ghost world too. Depressing. In any case, that sums up my time with you tonight, Digitwave. He pauses for a moment, as if considering what he's about to say next. Take care with our two visitors. You can't just say that kind of thing without elaborating. You see for yourself. I have to leave now, though. I hope to see you chat again. Predictably, he flusters at the response. If I ever visit you again like this, that means I failed at my tasks here, so I hope there's no need for that. I raise my elbow at the answer. He backtracks quickly. Not because I don't want to see you again. I mean, it's not like that. I can't hold back my grin anymore. He brows furrow in frustration at the sight. Stop drawing this. I can't help it. It's too fun. He sighs, and I think I see the tiniest hint of a smile tugging at his lips. Good night, Digitwave. Just like that, I'm alone in my room again. That wasn't so bad, I guess. It was weird seeing a glimpse of my childhood through the lens of adulthood. I'm not really sure how it's supposed to convince me that I can still enjoy Halloween now, though. Horror movies. Flop down on the couch, and as I look around the room, Jack didn't say anything about the next visitor would be. Am I supposed to go to sleep? As if this were a Christmas carol, I have a fancy grandfather clock, almost like chiming in to announce each arrival, but it's not. So I checked the time on my phone. Almost 1 a.m. Knock, 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 knock. Looks like I don't have to wait long after all. Whoever's knocking is clearly in good spirits. Ah, spirits. The knock was more like a song than I'm here. I crossed my floor and opened the door directly this time, without checking the people. It's not like I could avoid meeting them, after all. I guess I could ghost jacket type thing. The man standing on the my doorstep is dressed in a skeleton hoodie and clear plastic jacket. His face lights up when he sees me. It'd be funny if they're not actually a ghost. They're actually just my neighbors. Oh, they didn't tell me there'll be someone so cute on my list today. I close the door. Wait. Laughing, he phases through the closed door. There's barely any room between us in the entryway, and I take a step back instinctively. Come on, don't be like that. Don't tell me you're boring as that pumpkin ahead. Just surprise me. You just don't strike me as a ghost. He intermits me and closes the space between us, grabbing one of my hands before I could take a step back. Wait, his hand is solid? But he just walked through my door after I closed it. Maybe I'm not a ghost. He raises my hand to his lips as if to kiss it. His straggling crimson-colored eyes fixated on my face. I know I could pull my head away at any time, but his eyes had almost hypnotized a grasp on me. Suddenly, my hand phases through his fingers as if they were just air and drops to my side. Or maybe I am. He grins wistfully at me. Well, all I can do is shake myself out of my stunned silence. He made it, but you're kind of attractive. We're definitely just going to full 40 mode to everyone. So you're going to tell me your name before you continue hitting on me? Don't rush, Digitwave. We have plenty of time to get in no chair, don't worry. Okay, this guy is completely different from Jack. It's making me a little concerned about what kind of wildcard my third visitor will be. I'm Indu, the ghost of howling happiness, or Hinduism, if you prefer. You can't spell Hinduism without Indu after all. That's incredibly cheesy. Alright, Mr. Indu Skeleton, what wisdom are you here to implant? I'm not here to impart anything. I'm just going to have fun here. He reaches into his pocket and hands me a wrapped lollipop. I eye it questionably, and the smile disappears from his face, replaced by half frown, half pout. It's just candy, I promise. He looks a little disappointed by my hesitant, but I still hold it out to me respectfully. Jack must have told you I'm some kind of monster or something. That stick in the mud plant just doesn't know how to have a good time. Well, he didn't really. It's just common sense not to take food from strangers, is it? Especially when they're not humans. No offense. None taken. But I'm not here to hurt you, you know? I'm not just as boring as other two either. I take the candy to please him, but I still am not planning on eating it. If Andu is offended by my hesitate to trust him, he doesn't show it. He snaps his fingers, and the living room disappears. I blink, and we're transported to... Oh, Bobby for apples and all that. Ta-da! We're in the middle of a busy fairground? No, that's not right. It's the front yawn of a grand mansion. It certainly fooled me at the sight. There are carnival booths and prize wheels all over the grass and along the wide driveway leading to the huge illuminated house on the hill. The low hum of the carnival music plays in the background, accompanied by the chatter of voices and sounds of carnival games. Welcome to Pumpkin Bash, Ravenville's greatest event. It's the biggest party of the city, and everyone's vibe, ghosts, humans, spirits, you name it. Is that why everyone looks like they're spirits? You just need to be in the know again. You get VIP access tonight because you're with me. I look around at the eternal forms of passing by us and lingering at the booths, the humans mingling with them. At least, I think they're humans. Don't seem to protrude at all. For someone who's apparently dislikes howling, you chose a very howling loving town to move into, you know. Ravenville's has old supernatural roots. I mean, the only towns I know of on top of my head is one in Oregon that had Halloween Town filmed in it, and Salem, Massachusetts, for obvious reasons. Saying that it was... I guess that explains why I've met so many cute ghosts here so far. He gives me a small smile at an attempt to flatter him. You have to try harder than that to get a blush out me, Digital Wave. I'm not Jack. Damn. Ender wraps his arm around my shoulder to quickly move me out of the way of a huge lumberjack in my path. The bearded giant didn't seem to notice I was here. One more moment and I would have been trampled for sure. Careful now. I know there's a lot to look at, but you're going to get swept away in the crowd. If a hungry vampire gets their hands on you, I'll never hear the end of it. Vampires are real. And here I thought you were trying to get close and personal. I'm just gonna go with the What? I like your style, Digimon. Keep it up. Try to get a brush out of me, but points for effort. Darn, I have to try harder. By the way, why are your hands so warm? I thought ghosts were supposed to be cold or something, because I'm probably not a ghost. Well, even if we're so-called ghosts, we're technically better referred to as fairies or fairy spirits. I guess that explains your ears too. I guess it would be rude to ask. Yep, we're technically not human, though of the boring war questions though. You're my guest tonight, so enjoy yourself and let's check out the party. Wait, huh? Don't you have a job to do? Oh, let's have a party. This is my job. Your job is to bring me to a party, but aren't you supposed to teach me about some grand lesson or something? He sighs deeply and frowns at me, crossing his arms. You got a supernatural carnival in front of you, and you want to know about my job? Whatever floats your boat, I guess. Ask away. Who froze this party? My boss. That's his mansion over on the hill, actually. Ravencourt Manor. He throws parties for every major holiday, but Halloween is the best one, obviously. Does he know you hang out here when you're supposed to be visiting people? What are you gonna snitch on me? Just wondering. He doesn't care as long as it gets a result, but I'm exceptional at delivery, since everyone has a great time with me. Sounds like you have an amazing job. It's great, isn't it? It looks like I'm slacking off, but I'm the spirit of Halloween heroism. Like I said, where Jack preserves memories of childhood Halloween, I'm more involved with preserving the love of Halloween into adulthood, tacky Halloween decor, costume parties, visiting pumpkin farms, all of it. So a part of it's showing people you can have a good time on Halloween as an adult. Exactly. It's like I thought, never mind. Let's have some fun. Great, let's check out the party then. Lead the way. I wander around for a while, trying the games at the different brews, each managed by a uniformed staff member donning a pumpkin head. I mean, I can't see. The nurse is skilled at keeping me entertained enough that I don't have time to think about whether all this is real or just a dream, or why he has such a conveniently fun job. He may have been boasting earlier, but he really is enjoyable to be around. All the staff seem to know him personally. And it doesn't stop there. Every so often, partygoers stop to greet him, spirits and costume humans alike. He's obviously a very popular guy. He never keeps me waiting for long, though apologetically blushing people off to tell him he's occupied, having to return his attention to me. Aww. I guess despite his joking around, he takes his job seriously after all. We're watching some partygoers unsuccessfully bob for apples when a new voice calls over to Indu. Oh, that's cute. A figure in a stuffed bear costume walks up to us. How have you been in? Great party? The boss sure knows how to throw 'em. He does, doesn't he? His parties are the best. Who's this with you? The bear timidly gestures at me, a weirdo in pajamas. Indo's eyes shift my way, his lips forming a knowing smile as he waits for me to respond. I could see he's curious about how I'll answer. I'm his date. I'm just his guest. I've been held hostage by three ghosts of Halloween. I'm his date. totally still flirting with you. It's clear the answer delighted, or at very least mused Indu. Where are you two planning on entering the couple's costume contest? It's starting soon, in the mansion. Oh, they're doing that again, huh? Yeah, you and your date could enter, We make such a nice looking couple. I'm the costume of some pajamas. Wait, we do? I'm always down for some friendly competition. Think about it. I hope to see you guys there. The mysterious bear waves and slutters off, leaving Indu and I alone again. He turns to me with a grin, a mischievous glint in his crimson eyes. So, how about it? Let's enter, just for fun. But we don't have costumes, unless you're planning on to match my sleepwear. Well, he has technically have a costume, I don't. It pains me a little every time I remember I've been running around this party, a spirit seeing folks in nothing more than my PJs. Let me handle the costumes. I got just the thing. He winks at me in the effortlessly charming manner of his, then snaps his fingers. Mustard? Some ketchup? What do you think? 100% of maximum effort. The first thing I could see is Indu dressing it up as a ball of mustard, complete with a little paper cap. But I'm also keenly aware that I'm wearing something new in my over my pajamas. I'm looking down to see myself dressed in a ketchup ball. No way. Indu grins at me. Do you like it? We match. Did you base this off my childhood costume? I thought you might appreciate that. I hope it's not creepy or anything. I love it. I'm glad you like it. I made the costume myself. Okay, that's cute of him, I admit. I finally take a moment to survey the room he teleported us to. A few guests, mingling with costume waiters, move between them, offering up drinks and cute-looking appetizers. The DJ is in the corner, is busy choosing from his set list, and there aren't many people dancing. Why were we in the mansion? We are. Are we in the mansion? Yeah, we are. We could have just walked up. It's like 10 steps away. What fun is that? Fair enough. I'm beginning to sense a theme with him. Yep. We'll move for the judge, and then I have to take you home, Digilife. We'll stay for the judging, and then I'll have to take you home, Digilife. Home, that's right. I'm almost forgetting that the whole night has been about Jack and Indu. We're both pretty nice, all things considered. I hope that the third ghost will be like... Just then, I spot a familiar purple figure striding towards us. Hello, you two. I'm glad you decided to enter. You look great. We're ready to win, you know. I don't play games when there are prizes involved. What prizes? Oh, you forget to tell Digilife? The boss gives away a crate of his prize gala apples for the costume contest winners. Oh, nice. Ando can have those since he's determined to win. I'm not a monster, of course. I'll share with you somehow. He gives me a mischievous smile, and I wonder what he means by that. But we're interrupted by the sound of someone announcing the contest entrance should head to the back of the room to be judged. Good luck, Indu. I hope you and your date win. The judges examine our costumes with amusement, and it's clear that they like Indu's handiwork, or maybe they're just like Indu. While we wait for the results of the judging, he introduces me to the other guests who come up to greet him and compliment our costumes. I meet 3 vampires, a sorceress, a plumber from down the street. The plumber from down the street? I can't help but marvel at the variety of people in whom knows. You're the center of attention. Is it weird? No, I just never had any friends who are social butterflies like you. He looks like he wants to say something, but stops himself and just smiles. Hey, they're about to announce the winners, let's go. He grabs my hand and leads me through the minor crowd that has gathered to see the silly costume contest entrance. There's only a few people entered, but there's not a match for Indra's handiwork, and the judges announced that we're the winners, much to the delight of the room. Congrats, Indu, though I'm sure you win every year. He doesn't. His bear friend slips through the crowd to join us. Hey, wait, don't! Indu never enters the couples contest with anyone. I always try to get him to, but this is the first time he's agreed. I could hear the amused delight in the bear's voice. Geez, you don't need to tell Digimon that. Indu, are you blushing? Finally, I got him blush. Shut up, I'm not. He turns his face away from me for a moment, but I already sing it. Oh, 2 rare sights in one day. Oh, thanks to you, Digimon. I hope you have a good time, and that the Grim isn't too mean to you. Can you tell me more about this Grim person? We're out of time, unfortunately. You have to meet him yourself. That's too bad. Good night then, Digimon. I bid good night to the friendly bear, and Indu snaps his fingers. Just like that, we're back in front of my house. We're gonna have the Grim Reaper type. It's jarring standing on my porch as if nothing happened. No costume, no crowds, no music, only a sound of crickets and an empty street. I actually feel a bit sad. That's over. Moving to a new city alone without any of my friends. It's been lonely. I didn't want to admit till now. Well, here we are. It's been a lot of fun, Digimon. I hope you thought so too. It's time to say goodbye. Can't you stay longer? Why can't you stay longer? Are you inviting me in? Wait, I may not have thought this through. That's a tempting offer, but it's a little too spicy for this game. Thanks for the invite, though. I didn't mean it like that. No, we're just gonna watch scary movies together. Sure you didn't, Digimon. He knows too much. Anyway, I'll make sure to get you to share the. I'll make sure to get you the share of the gala apples. I hope you can trust ghosts enough to eat them. Get to and remember onion lollipop still in my pocket. Alright, sorry about judging you for not being human and all. That wasn't cool of me. It's all good. If you had fun tonight, I succeeded. You should head inside now before Grim gets mad at me for keeping him waiting. Bye, Indu. Good night, and happy Halloween, Digimon. I watch him vanish into nothingness, and then remember, with a start that I'm outside. Outside of my locked house. Indu, what the hell? I try the knob. Anyway, sure enough, it's definitely locked. Just like that, I'm left in. I should be relieved, of course, but it's pretty hard. I'm supposed to break into my own house on the first day of moving into the neighborhood. Maybe, if the fur ghost shows up, he can. Before I complete my thoughts, I hear the sound of the door unlock from the other side. That's somehow scarier than being locked out. I step back, but the door opens to reveal no one there. The lights are on just like I left them, though. Everything about the situation says you're about to be murdered by a stranger, but this night can't be any weirder, can it? I timidly step into the foyer and scan the living room from the safety of the doorway. There he is. There's our Grim. I'm met with the sight of a man so beautiful I accidentally grasp. He's seated nonchalantly on the couch, my couch, leaning back against the cushions, arm crossed. He doesn't look too happy about being kept waiting, that's for sure. His molten gold eyes bored to me from across the room. Indu was kind of a normal looking in his streetwear, and Jack was dressed a little fancier than that, but this guy is adored head to toe in a glide of clothes with matching gold jewelry and an influent. His flowing black cloak seems to simmer in the dim light. I've never seen anything like it. The stranger rises from his spot, and I immediately notice the particular object he's holding, a glimmering red scythe with a matching gold accents. It all clicks in place. It all clicks at once. He's gonna kill me. No. Grim, as in Grim Reaper. Damn, that's right. That was the first ghost in the Christmas Carol. He hasn't said anything yet, so I begin to wonder if he's going to be silent the entire time like the spirit in that tale. The prediction is dashed when he mutters something quietly underneath his breath. Of all the houses to be assigned to, really. His eyes me coldly, and I can't help feel a little offended. I mean, geez, sorry I was late for the supernatural appointment. Blame Indu, not me. Are you here to kill me or correct my soul or something? It's like, technically I'm sorry, I can't have my soul. You stare at him for a moment. His gaze is so tense that I feel like he's looking right for me. What would possibly make you think that? He leans against the scythe, as if to mock me, an arrogant smirk pulling at his lips. I consider my answers carefully. Wouldn't want to offend him like I did the others. Actually, maybe the best course of action here is to just change the subject entirely. Anyway, I'm just taken back by how pretty you are. Totally. What, no reaction? I guess he's a man of a few word. Are you really gonna try to flirt with me right now? Yes, flirt with her too, so why not flirt with you too? Okay, plan, don't offend him, has failed. Tell me, Digital Wave, are you really afraid of me? No. A sensible person would have started running at the sight of a scythe like this. Yeah, but being wielded by a sexy guy, so I'm good. For someone suddenly concerned with their safety, for someone supposedly concerned with their safety, you spent long enough ogling me. Can I show you something? It's like, people are like, there's a slasher dating sim. I think I'm good. All these games I played, he just turns steps away from me. Yeah, go for the red flags. Oh no, he noticed. I'm sorry, it was generally a compliment. He elevates my apology for a brief moment. I don't know what reaction you expect to get from me, but please refrain and just let me do my job. I don't get paid to entertain you flirting, or just still flirt with you. Well, if you're not here to collect my soul, I assume you're here to show me Halloween feature. Grim simply nods. He raises a hand, and the living room fades away. Oh, tomorrow? I thought we were going to somewhere more interesting than this, but it's just a street outside my house. Something is different, though. The lights here are almost every house, even mine. The streets is filled with children in costumes carrying small buckets and pillow cases filled with candy, laughing as they walk with friends and parents. I look at the other houses and see they're all decorated just as they were when I was outside this this afternoon. Is this the future? Doesn't look so bad to me. Observe Halloween present. Present? But I thought you were the ghost of Halloween future. He looks at me competently. I get the sense that I should shut up. You met Jack, the ghost of Halloween history, and you're the ghost of Halloween heterism. And for me, my role in this world is a picture of holidays, Halloween included. He moves beside me, gesturing to the liveliest thing in front of us. In the present, Halloween is thriving, unlike other holidays, which people deem to be capitalistic, materialistic events. Halloween has been safe for that perception. Technically, no, it hasn't. When the perception shifts and they feel that the corporations are just trying to sell you a holiday, people begin to become jaded with it. The decline of the holiday accelerates. No more decorations. People turn their lights off. Kids, generally, stop seeing the point in going out. After all, no one is giving candy anymore. Eventually, there's no one celebrating at all. When that happens, people have nothing to look forward to anymore. Children lose another staple of their childhood and grow up without that important nostalgia. Jack fails at his job. No more parties. No more to keep the spirits alive amongst adults. They grow up into old age and have no interest in carrying out tradition. The holiday retires to myth. Yada yada. You get the point. I mean, I didn't really think it was the day after that I saw a dad and his kids when I was driving home, and I had one of those pack of Pokémon Halloween things, and I just stopped the car, got out, and handed the dad the entire thing of Pokemon cards for the kids, and just went back to the car. Then I saw them the next day at work, but I mean, I thought it was just a good thing to do. So, what do you want me to do about all this? Am I the key to stopping it, the chosen one? I look at him hopefully, but he avoids my gaze, eventually break into a laugh. He obviously been struggling to hold in. Damn it, I'm not going to answer. But the question was absurd. What do you think? You're the main character of the game or something? Technically I am. Rude. What if I am? No, there's nothing to be done. I'm just here to foretell the future. I'm the herald of Halloween future. So I can't actually change anything? You're just one person. But you can change your own life if you want. That's what you want. You can enjoy a holiday instead of staying miserable. I would be less miserable if I could spend it with you. You don't give up, do you? Nope. Hey, I gotta try. Before I realize it, we're teleported back to my living room. Well, that's about it all. You're kidding me. That was short. He frowns at me, and I realize he was not kidding at all. Seems like the portion of the field trip was less useful to me, personally, than the other two parts. Just shrugs. Completely on board by my compliments. Take it up to someone else. I came here, did my job, I'm clocking out. I'm going home. Is there something else you can show me, like my future, my soulmate, tomorrow's lottery numbers? Do you want to tell me how you die? No, I'm good, thanks. It's like, yes, can't help you then. If I could change it. I sigh, and finally seem to have an effect on him. He thinks for a moment, then speaks. How about this? I could guess the number I'm thinking of 1 and 10. I'll tell you some small but ultimately meaningless prediction about your insignificant life. Ouch. But you got a deal. 7. Nope, unfortunately, but the luck is not with you today. Well, it was probably nothing special anyway. Probably, I hope. Now I must be off. You seemed all there is to see. It's up to you what you do with this information. I guess I got to see you smile one more time. I got him. I got him all. And with that, he vanishes. But instead of having a time to process everything that just happened, I feel an overwhelming sense of exhaustion come over me. I barely have time to make it to the couch before my legs give way beneath me. My eyes flutter shut and I begin to give in to sleep. Now it's morning. Yep. I open my eyes again against the morning sunlight, groggily taking note of my surroundings while my brain wakes up. I'm still on the couch in my pajamas, unpacked boxes are still where I left them yesterday. There isn't a ghost in sight. I sit up and stretch lightly, feeling a strange soreness in my muscles, and I could only attribute to house-moving pains. It's not like I can get a workout from a dream, no matter how crazy it is, right? The memories come flashing back to me, and the sights, sounds, smells. It was fun, I admit. But did I enjoy the night because of my spectacle ghost company, or did I enjoy it because deep down inside I still like howling after all? The question brings a smile to my face. By then, I'm already decided. Might as well hold on to the good howling vibes for at least another year. And if I get bored of it, I could get another visit next year, won't I? I get up and find some of my clothing boxes and search for something to change into, so I can head to the store. In the process, something familiar falls out of my pants. One lapped lollipop. That's weird. I examine the candy carefully, but it looks normal enough. And if the matching with the human guests are real, I guess it makes sense that it is due. This is too. Maybe it'll be a terrible idea, but I unwrapped it and hastily put it in my mouth. Tastes like ordinary candy to me. I shrugged to myself, thinking nothing of it, and I grabbed my keys from the floor and opened the front door. Another usual sight greets me on on the porch. Welcome to Ravenville. One basket of beautiful gala apples, with a note to reading "Welcome to Ravenville" and a tiny heart. At this point, I'm tempted to spit this lollipop out. Curry, it's making me hallucinate. This is way too weird to be real. I pick up the basket and glance down at the street at another house, just in case it has been some rabbit prank. Someone set up to welcome me to the neighborhood. Maybe they're hurled nearby, watching my reaction. I mean, he did tell us he was gonna get the apples. That would be far more likely than the alternative, which is the ghosts are real, time travel is possible, and teleportation exists. Well, if it's a prank, the corporate is nowhere in sight. There's just an old man tending to his garden a couple of doors down, and a stray cat wandering across the street. Is that the stray cat? No, because it was across the street, but I placed the apples on the hallway cabinet and returned to my task, waiting for the store. At least that I'll get my mind off all this weirdness. I return with 2 bags full of Halloween decor and plenty of candy for my neighborhood kids, and I grab the things out of the trunk of my car. My neighbors, the ones with the giant skeleton, open their door. I practically drop everything I'm holding. Good morning. They're my neighbors. 3 hauntingly familiar strangers emerge from the house. The orange-haired man smiles, but there's a shyness to him. The elegant one gives me a passing glance. It's the one in the black hoodie who greets me physically. Hope you enjoy the apples. Welcome to the neighborhood. I'm not dreaming, right? But even though these were fridges look like them, they don't have pointed ears or face paint or the clothes. It could have been just makeup, and they could just faked it. Don't tease. Wait, so it is you. Jack gives me a warm smile. Why don't we help you decorate Digimon? 1,000 times yes. And that's the story of my first Halloween in Raverville. There should be a dating game for them too. If you like my content, please subscribe, like the video, help out, and comment down below. I'll see you guys next time.